Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. James the Viking here, and today is an impression video on Green Hill Paradise Act 2. Now this is more so a demo of a game that this guy is doing based on Sonic the Hedgehog, showing that you can make a good Sonic game in 3D. And I believe this guy has done a very, very good job. And keep in mind, it's just one dude. It's not, like all of Sonic Team working on this. To be fair, I don't know how big Sonic Team is. For all I know, there could only be one person there, but that's a little bit beyond me. However, I just wanted to talk about this game in the loosest sense. In terms of it's not finished, it's a demo, there's some issues, but overall it's actually pretty cool. First off, I did not get to play this with a controller because my controller is not compatible with this game, unfortunately. I probably need to get an actual, Xbox controller so I can play these games. But for the most part, my PS4 controller is very good compatibility across the games, just not this one. So because of that, the gameplay is going to be a bit faily, because, I can't really play with the controller. Though, the game was still very enjoyable. Starting off, it starts off in a very, very small area with very small moving platforms just going up and down and whatnot. And that's fine, that's cool, that's whatever. However, I do have a few issues with the game. One, the controls isn't as fluid as it could be. Though, to be fair, that's because A, it's not finished. B, it's a fan game. And C, I'm not playing it with the controller, I'm playing it with keyboard and mouse. So, yeah, there are going to be some issues. Secondly, the spin dash move in this is very old. The spin dash activates a lot like it did in the Genesis titles, where you have to press crouch and then jump a bunch, and then it builds up and then you go, which is very old. It would be better if it was just its own dedicated button, or its own dedicated function, rather. But I can't really say too much about that because this is, for all intents and purposes, a Genesis title. It has enemies from the Genesis games as well, which is actually really interesting. So what issues do I have with it? Well, the level design is very open, which is not a bad thing. It does go in with the nature of the Genesis Sonic titles, where there were a bunch of branching paths where you can just kind of choose where you wanted to go and whatnot. However, it doesn't really work that well in a 3D game like this. Not saying that's a bad thing. Not one bit. Just for me, it does not work well. For something like Banjo-Kazooie, it works just fine because the emphasis is not getting from point A to point B as fast as you can. It is exploring absolutely everything. And the fact that this is just Act 2, so it seems at least, of what might be a full game, and if all the levels are like this, then that's going to be a little bit of a hassle. I hope that the whole game is not like this if the guy ever does it, like he ever finishes it. But I guess as something like a test demo, that's not too bad. Now I want to say right now, I apologize for the stuttery gameplay. My computer is not very happy when I'm trying to play a game like this and record footage at the same time. However, this game was a lot of fun in terms of trying to get as much speed as possible. I do enjoy how instead of it being, I believe it's called the rush formula or the boost formula, where you can just press a button, be at top speed, you're good, where you actually have to build up momentum like in the Genesis titles. I would prefer, however, if you built up momentum a little quicker, but that's just me. And actually, something that was very cool was rolling down hills and then getting to what I believe was called Mach speed, and you're just going quick. And it's got like a nice little graphical effect around you. Everything in this game looks very unpolished, though to be fair, that's because it is unpolished, but still fun. As far as fan games go, this was very well done and I enjoyed myself while playing it. I'm probably going to play it a few times just in general. And I highly recommend you checking it out. You can probably just look it up. It's called Green Act Paradise, I believe, or Green Hill Paradise. I don't really know. Green Hill Paradise is what it's called. If the 3D Sonic titles turn you away, I highly recommend playing this, because as someone who actually really enjoys the Genesis titles, this heavily reminded me of them. And if you're not fond of the Genesis titles, play it anyways, because I feel like it's enough of a new thing, plus a 3D Sonic game, so just enjoy. And with this, I'm probably going to be attacked by a bunch of fanboys. I'm kidding. Except for the fact that I'm not, but I will take it with a grain of salt. I'll see you all next time.